Still, Japan's whole vibe is ancient spirits, anime, and a robot-packed future. So today I went down a rabbit hole about Japan, and holy crap, this country is just one big paradox of old world charm and high-tech wizardry. Japan is the only place in the world where Shintoism is actually practiced. It's not even a religion in the conventional sense, more like a spiritual vibe. They believe in kami, which are basically spirits that exist in nature, emotions, and even objects. There are kami for storms, kami for good luck, even kami for toilets, not joking. Most Japanese people casually take part in Shinto rituals, visiting shrines, lighting incense, but won't call themselves religious. It's just kind of baked into their daily life. Then you've got Buddhism, which also plays a big part. And fun fact, Japan still has an emperor, yes, the last one on earth, and he's technically a descendant of the sun goddess. Though these days, that's mostly symbolic. Culturally, Japan is a machine of creativity. Ever wonder why their anime, manga, and video games feel so mystical? A lot of it draws from their Shinto roots, their escapist storytelling worlds, weird game mascots, and even Pokemon-style creatures, all connected to these ancient beliefs. They're also one of the top video game producing countries ever. You can thank Japan for Mario, Sonic, Zelda, and the emotional damage from every Final Fantasy game. But here's where things get complicated. Japan's population is shrinking and aging fast. Over 26% of the country is over 65. Meanwhile, a lot of young people just aren't interested in dating, let alone starting families. There's actually a word for this trend: herbivore men, guys who have kinda opted out of the whole romance thing. Combine that with strict immigration laws and, well, Japan is heading toward a bit of a demographic cliff. To help out, they're throwing robots at the problem. Literal robots, care robots for the elderly, robot hotel staff, even robot pets for lonely people. Japan is basically building the sci-fi future while bowing at shrines from 500 years ago. Also, people work in Japan. Like, really work. Overworking is such a problem, they have a word for death from working too much: karoshi. It's as intense as it sounds. Still, Japan's diplomatic game is strong. They're in every global club you can think of: G7, UN, IMF, you name it. And despite a complicated history, especially with China and South Korea, younger generations are more focused on anime, K-pop, and gaming than past wars. China gave them kanji and Buddhism, Korea gave them girl groups and skincare routines. It's all kind of an exchange now. And surprisingly, Taiwan and the USA are among Japan's closest friends. Japan doesn't officially recognize Taiwan as a country, because politics, but they're super close. And with the US, things turned around fast after WWII. America poured money into rebuilding Japan, Japanese businesses boomed, and now there are American anime nerds and Japanese Marvel fans trading memes across the ocean. Japan is a wildly unique country where ancient nature gods coexist with vending machines that sing, where the emperor's a descendant of the sun goddess, and where anime, tech, and tradition blur together into something that somehow just works. The country is shrinking, aging, and overworking itself, but also building one of the most fascinating, robot-filled futures the world has ever seen.